Welcome to part number 11 of the Link to the Past playthrough. We're still in dungeon number 4, not 5. And there we just got the Titan's Mitt. And the Titan's Mitt is like an upgraded version of the Power Glove. Now we can lift those black rocks that we keep seeing throughout our journey, which is really helpful because there's a lot of good things you can get right past black rocks. So yeah, you definitely want to get it. It is required to beat the game. I'm pretty sure all of the items are required. All the dungeon items. I think. I'm pretty sure they're all required. I may be wrong on that, but yeah, definitely get it because we'll be getting some neat upgrades after this dungeon. So now we're having this girl follow us. I'm not really sure who she's supposed to be. I think maybe she's supposed to be one of the maidens, but I could be wrong on that one. I'm not quite sure. And I just realized that it is snowing outside. Snow has finally made it here. It's a bit early, but okay. I love the snow. I don't know if it snows a lot where you live, but where I live it snows quite a bit, so it's always nice to see the snow. I like it. I know a lot of people hate the snow, and I don't know why. I'm thinking they just hate cold, but I'm not sure. Anyways, you bring the girl in here, bring her in the sun, and she transforms into this guy. This ghoul with a nightgown on. And so you want to hit him in the head, because that's the only way you can damage him. And he just shoots out lasers, and then when you hit him, he shoots out fireballs. It seems like a pretty easy boss, but in reality, it's not because, oh my god, its head pops off. Okay, well, this isn't too bad. Whoa, 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 it just re-transformed. So now you've got a flying head flying around shooting fireballs, while another head just magically came back, and then it flies around, a second head flies around. For this fight, I definitely recommend that you have the fire shield, so you can at least deflect some of the fireballs, because these things hurt for, I think, a whole heart piece. So I recommend you come into this fight with a fairy, maybe a potion or two, but he only takes around 13, 12 hits to take down. But definitely bring that fire shield, it helps out a lot. And as a kid, I could never beat that boss. Just never. I always had to go to dungeon number 5 to get the armor upgrade. Oh, spoiler alert, in dungeon 5 to get the armor upgrade, but oh no, that's not required. Okay, yeah, so I was wrong. You don't need all the dungeon items to beat the game. You do not need the blue mail and the red mail to beat the game. Although it's certainly recommended, because some of the later bosses do a lot of damage to you. So unless you're bringing in 4 blue potions or 4 red potions, you're gonna want to buy some of those. So before we go off to dungeon number 5, it's time to do a few side quests to get a few upgrades. The first one we're gonna go after is, I think, the sword upgrade. So you can upgrade the Master Sword 2 additional times. If you remember earlier, we went into a building that had a guy who's a blacksmith, and you need to rescue his partner, and he is in the Dark World, and you need the Titan's Mitt to lift those rocks. So you're gonna want to rescue him and bring him over to the blacksmith shop. I guess that's what it's called. And you need the Titan's Mitt to do this, so do it immediately after Palace number 4 because it's really close by, and it's a good time to do it. Just use the mirror right next to the house, and he will transform back to his original form. Bring him over to his partner, and they will be very happy, and they'll happily do their thing. So you have to exit and then re-enter. Go talk to them, and they will offer to temper your sword. However, they make you pay a hefty price. A very hefty price, 10 rupees in total. I hope you can afford that because that's a large price. You may have to grind for hours and hours to get that many rupees, but you'll eventually get that many. You can still swing your arm and pretend like you have a sword, but it doesn't do anything. It just looks funny. I think I did it a few times. Yeah, doing it right there. It just looks funny. So while you're waiting, you might as well go into the Dark World and push down all these stakes because it leads to a heart piece. One thing I'm not sure about in this game is if you attack chickens, do they come after you? I know in later entries in the series, the chickens will come after you, and it's one of the most devastating attacks in the game. Chickens will fly from everywhere and try to hurt you, and they will hurt you, in fact. It hurts for a lot. I don't know if it does it in this game. I know it does it in later 3D entries in the series, but I'm not sure about this one. I think it does, but someone would have to confirm it for me. And so, here's the third sword. It has power level number 3. It is orange now. It looks really cool. I like it. And, just like the upgrade from the normal sword to the Master Sword, enemies now take around 1 less hit. You know, just a general rule. So, yeah, it's always nice to get that. I recommend you get it. So now we're gonna go get the 2 remaining bottles. The first one is in this treasure chest right here, but the problem is we can't open it. So we're just gonna take it with us. While it's following you, you can't run. If you do try to run, it'll stop. It won't follow you anymore. And that's really annoying. I don't get why you can't run, but that's just how it goes. So you're gonna wanna bring it down to, towards where we got the, I forgot which medallion it is. The one by the Desert Palace. There you will find a ex-thief who will offer to open it for you, as long as you don't tell anybody. Because he doesn't want people knowing he's an ex-thief. Even though he lives by himself over here. I don't really know. It doesn't make much sense, but who cares? He opens the chest for you, gives you a free bottle, and you're good to go. And the third bottle I could have got, or not the third bottle, the final bottle, I could have gotten quite a while ago before dungeon number 2, but I totally forgot about it. And here you'll see me check how many bottles I have. I thought I got all of them, but I realized I was missing one. So I spend a few seconds here thinking about where the final bottle is, and then I realize it. And for the final bottle, you need Zora's Flippers. So you can do this right before dungeon number 2, or right after, or any other time you want, as long as you have the Zora's Flippers. And I think this is the most cryptic of all the bottles. I don't know, it's kind of hard to figure out. Not really. You'll eventually find it if you were just playing the game. I know I did. I eventually found it, but it's in a weird location. So you want to head down. Actually, you don't have to head down this way, but I'm pretty sure you can go by the Sanctuary if you want to just save and quit. You can go to the Sanctuary, and then there's a spot where you can jump off the cliff into the water. Then you're gonna want to swim underneath this bridge. It's coming up in a few seconds, and underneath there will be a guy who's sleeping, and he says, "Oh, I wish I could help you more, but all I can do is give you this bottle," which is actually a pretty good reward. Yeah, just accept it from him, wake him up, grab the bottle, and now you have all 4 bottles. You can store 4 potions, fairies, or whatever you want, which is always nice. And with that, I think we're going to head off to dungeon number 5? No, not yet. Not yet. Now that we have the Titan's Mint, we can get 2 more items. They're both completely optional, and they're both not that great of items, but you can get them just for completion's sake. They're certainly not required. And before we go there, if you go to your house and go up to this rock, there's 4 fairies in it, and I find this is the best place to get fairies because it's close by, it's right next to a warp point, and it's also right next to a point where you save and quit. So if you ever need fairies, go here and catch them. If you if they all run into you and you don't have the opportunity to catch as many as you want, you can just exit and re-enter, and they will reappear, which is nice. And I grabbed 4 fairies, even though I don't really need them. Or do I? No. I don't really need them, but... I don't know if I use... I know I eventually get rid of them. Maybe I die twice. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. We'll watch this footage together and figure it out. I guess. So now you're gonna want to head to the sanctuary. Yeah, the sanctuary, right? The graveyard next to the sanctuary. That's where you want to go. And there, go up to the tombstone in the top right. There you will find rocks that you couldn't lift before. And then run into it, and it will open. Inside you will find a brand new item, new to the Legend of Zelda series. It is the Magic Cape. Let's find the description in the instruction manual right here. Hold on. I should have opened to this before I started this. Here it is, Magic Cape. Your character will turn invisible when he wears this magic cape. While hidden from the enemy's view, you can attack them without taking damage. Although the cape is a useful item, it will consume magic power while you are using it. So yeah, you can attack enemies while being invisible. It's a pretty good item. I don't find myself using it, but it's a good item. Use it if you're in a tough room with a bunch of enemies, and yeah, it's a good idea to use it. It does consume magic. It's not that much. It's a moderate amount, but you can still use it. Just if you have the magic upgrade, the magic bar upgrade, where you spend half magic, then you should use it whenever you can. And now that we have the magic cape, we can get another item. This room is full of spikes, but if you use the magic cape, you can walk right on top of them, which is neat. But there's a giant rock at the end, and you can't lift it while you're invisible. I don't know why. I don't know why they made that rock there. It doesn't matter. And in this chest, you will find... wait for it. Gotta regain some hearts. You get the Staff of Byrna. Byrna? I don't know how to pronounce it, but the beam from this staff surrounds and protects you from all damage. Press the Y button again to deactivate the wand. Note that this item consumes magical power in proportion to how long it is used. Yeah, it consumes a lot of magic power. In fact, it consumes so much magic power that I don't recommend you ever use this item. I don't think it's very good. It just consumes way too much magic. And yeah, you're invincible, but there's not many times where I find this item to be useful. So I recommend that you just don't use it. Just keep it in your inventory. We'll be getting another staff later that's much more useful, and you actually need that staff. At least the staff looks cool. And the Staff of Byrna, or whatever it's called, it never makes a return in any other Legend of Zelda game. I think so. I could be wrong on that, but as far as I know, it hasn't made a return. And now we're heading to Temple number 5, but if you notice, I don't have any magic, and you need a lot of magic to get through this dungeon. So, I'm gonna have to go get some magic, so we're gonna go do that in part number 12. Until then, this is UAA signing out. I'll see you guys later.